guys, my name's Mel and I am owner and founder of Maxi Photography based down in Torquay in South Devon, and I just want to say I'm absolutely terrified about doing this, by the way, so I apologise if hands are all over the place and I'm looking all over the place, but anyway, we'll give it a go. Used to seeing people face to face on a normal wedding fair, and obviously we can't do that at the minute, so we're doing this video, so I apologise. I'm better behind the lens, that's for sure, but we'll give it a go, so I apologise now if it's a complete mess. But so we'll give it a go. Anyway, hi. I can only assume that congratulations are in order, that you have a forthcoming wedding, and that you have maybe done the old search engine for wedding photographers and seen that there are rather a lot of us out there. So I'm going to give you a few tips as to how to choose your ideal wedding photographer for your big day. Now, I've done 2 takes of this already, hence why I now have lighting on. Because it's getting dark, but I have got it from 42 minutes down to 22, so I'm hoping I can rattle this down to around about 5 to 7 minutes, so I'm going to speed through this. Okay, I have got some notes here just to help me, but I'll try not to flip down too much. So anyway, let's get on. So, ideal wedding photographer, how on earth do you choose? So first thing we'll do is we'll look at style. You may have a very set idea of what style of wedding photographer you would like. You may not have looked at a wedding photo before at all. So there are 3 basic-ish types of wedding photographer. The first is your traditional wedding photographer. So think very posed, very composed, very traditional wedding photographs. So there'll be of the key moments of the day where perhaps we have like the bride arriving at the church. We'll have photographs after the ceremony of sort of mock ring putting on. We'll do a photo of you signing the register with your witnesses next to you. They'll do a photograph outside the church or the wedding venue. There'll be your group shots with your family, your close family, your bridesmaids, your groomsmen, and then perhaps some mock cake cutting before they leave you to it to have your wedding breakfast and carry on with your evening reception, and they'll leave you to basically party the night away. Some may go on to first dance photographs, but very much your sort of stock photos, standard photographs in a traditional manner, potentially flash lit, so a very sort of distinct style of photography. Then you go to the opposite of that, where we have contemporary photography, which is essentially very much fashion shoot orientated. So you're going to have backdrops, you're going to be whisked away for an hour, maybe longer potentially. You're going to find various venues to go to. You're going to have maybe hair and makeup on hand to keep topping you up. There'll be assistants, there'll be lighting, there'll be reflectors, all sorts of stuff going on. So very much a shoot about you guys, which might be exactly what you want. The downfall to it, like I say, is that you're not going to get so many photographs of your friends and family, and you're not going to get so much time with your friends and family because you're going to be going away sort of being stylised for this wedding shoot, which happens to be a wedding rather than telling a story of your wedding, as it were. Which leads nicely onto the 3rd type, which is your documentary style wedding photography. Can't speak. Of which is also known as reportage or photojournalistic. So very much telling the story as it's happening, capturing all the little moments, nothing too sort of preconceived, just as it's happening, natural, fun, as it's happening, storytelling of the day. Maybe a few like composed shots. So for example, to get this shot, this sunset shot, we knew that at sunset the tide was going to be low enough to expose this bathing pool wall, and the sun was going to be going down over there, and it's absolutely perfect, and there was a bird going to be flying past as well, so we didn't know that. But the ideal shot for Liam and Danny there, with their reflection shot on the water. So composed, I mean I was 200 foot away from them, so I'm not telling them what to do, they're just having a little cuddle and what have you, and I'm taking the photographs over the other side of the water. But yes, so documentary, literally as it's happening, telling the day, tends to be all day coverage from getting ready, bridal and groom prep, all the way through to first dance, and then party shots, where we then tend to go from having shot as much natural light photography as we can throughout the day, to then potentially using some off-camera flash and doing some sort of funky flash work to make the most of party shots to just finish off your collection. Okay, so that's the 3 styles in a nutshell. Have a look through loads of galleries, loads of photographer websites, ask to see full weddings, wedding albums, because you'll be able to tell a lot from what people actually shoot throughout the whole day. It's all very well seeing the cream of the crop on the show reels, on the websites and the carousels, but you know, ask to see a full wedding, you'll be able to see how your potential photographer will cope with the rest of the day and not just the key moments of the day. Okay. So you know about style. The next thing to consider is personality of the person you're potentially going to spend a day with for your wedding. You need to be able to get on with them. Love to be able to meet you face to face, but obviously that can't happen at the minute. So book in a Zoom call, FaceTime or whatever, and just, you know, check that you like the look of them, that they're going to fit in with you and your guests, that they don't do anything that just winds you up. If they wind you up now, it's going to really wind you up when all the emotions are running high on the big day. So make sure you feel comfortable with that person and that you think that, you know, they'd be a good match for your wedding party. Third thing to bear in mind and to sort of start your search is price. We all have budgets, so they tend to get blown out of the water once you actually start looking around and seeing what you actually want. Prices vary dramatically, and there'll be various reasons for that, whether this is a full-time job for somebody, whether it's part-time jobs, whether it includes all the bells and whistles, whether you're going to have an engagement shoot and a venue visit and 2 photographers on the day and a USB and an album, or whether it's literally just a gallery with 1 photographer and then you add on all those extras onto your package, and all of a sudden prices start rising up and all of a sudden become comparable in the long term. So just because there's a high price, don't discount someone. Do look into what that price includes and just see, are they just more expensive? Is there a reason for that? Are they more qualified? Have they done more weddings? Are they more suited to what you want? Or do you need to pay that sort of money to get that style and look of photo? Or are you looking for someone who is including things, but that price isn't going to match what you want ideally, so you might have to make some compromises. I would put my money into the photography. Obviously I'm slightly biased, but at the end of the day it's what you're going to look at after the day. So maybe you don't need personalised suites or whatever to make your day perfect, whereas the right wedding photographer will make or break your wedding there on after as well, for your photos on the wall and for any albums you might get printed up to look at for the coming years. So that's the price. So those are the 3 main areas of what you should look at for how to choose your wedding photographer in a nutshell. There are a little list of questions that I would suggest asking. There are many more, but this is just a very quick sort of idea. So that's my dog just having a little flap. Hopefully he's not going to start barking, sorry. The joys of working from home. So questions you might like to consider. I think he might start barking. Questions you might like to consider are, just going to shut the door. The joys. Okay, is the date available? Okay, there's only one of me. I can't split myself in 2. Some photographers have associates that they can work with, or not work with, but offer out. But if you particularly want a certain person, then double check the date is available, because they can only shoot 1 wedding a day. Second question, how long have you been a wedding photographer? How many weddings do you do a year? Is it your full-time job? If it's not their full-time job, they might have another full-time job, and this is sort of extra money. Sorry about my dog woofing in the background. Extra money, will that make a difference to lead time of photographs? Your average wedding photographer will be 4-6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks during peak season through the summer. if someone has got another job to work on as well, will that increase the lead time for photographs? For example, maybe 3 months, 6 months. You know, I've heard people haven't had photos for a year. So do check that, because that might be why prices are cheaper. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, can I see a wedding album? Yes, you should be able to see a full wedding album. You want to see a wedding from start to finish, check to see how a photographer deals with all aspects of the day, not just those key moments that they've picked out of a day. Ask them what information they might need before. I like to plan the day, so I know timings, where I need to be when, how long I've got to do things, what's going to happen if it's not so good weather, where we're going to go if it is good weather. So basically you spend as little time with me as possible to get the best shots we can get. And group shots, for example, any formal group shots you want, we'll have those all planned, all named, and I whiz through those as quickly as I can. Okay, what's your style? We've discussed the styles, so traditional, contemporary, natural, reportage, documentary. You now know a little bit about how that would work. Testimonials and reviews. They should have testimonials and reviews on Facebook, on the website, on various other social sites. There's obviously lots of them out there, Google reviews, etc. Ask to see them, see what other couples say about the service that they received. Can I give you a list of specific shots? Yes and no, don't get too tied up with Pinterest. A few shots just to get your idea of what style you're looking for, and then finding that style's good. But you're employing a photographer to take photographs of your wedding in their style. Yeah, there might be a key one that you particularly love that you would like, but try to resist the urge to send in pages and pages of photographs, because sometimes you get so in the moment, you're actually sending pages of things that you can't actually do at your wedding. So it might be beach shots and you're getting married in a woods, for example, or something like that. So yeah, just be careful on sending lots of shots to try and recreate. Have they got any qualifications? You know, uni qualifications, association qualifications. I'm qualified as a licentiate with the British Institute of Professional Photography in wedding photography, so I've jumped through hoops and sent in submissions and evidence and all sorts of things, and have to adhere to certain standards to be classed as a licentiate. So check if they have got letters after their name, what they actually mean. Are they just a bought membership, which you can have letters after your name, or are they an actual qualification which someone has submitted work to get those letters? And last but very much not least, do they offer a pre-wedding shoot? A lot of people say, oh, I don't need a pre-wedding shoot, we're not very confident in front of the camera. That is exactly why you need to do a pre-wedding shoot. It's an hour or so of getting you used to being in front of the camera, getting those shoulders to come away from your ears and relax. Just enjoy yourself, get used to what I do as well. I run off a lot, it's how I work. I like movement shots, so I get distance. You just get used to me being around, I get used to how you guys interact, and you will see a difference between the shots from the start of the shoot to the end of the shoot. We do not want to be getting those nerves out of you on your wedding day. We want the perfect shots. You want to be completely relaxed on the day and not worry what I'm doing. So I really believe in a pre-wedding shoot is a valuable asset to getting the natural shots, which would be why you would choose me for your wedding photographer. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. I hope that was quicker. I think it was quicker. Sorry about the dog. So if you'd like any more information from me about what I do, maxiphotography.com. There's a contact form get in touch on my website. At this point, if I was actually seeing you at a wedding show, I'd be giving you my little wedding brochure with a little bag and stuff, but we can't do that. So if you would like to find out more, have a look at the website, or email me, contact me. I can send you this as a digital format, so you can have a look through it, see what I'm all about, and go through what I can offer in terms of wedding packages and the like. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I would love to hear from you. If you want any more tips and hints, or would like the 42-minute version, I'm more than welcome to send that through to you. Probably not. Yeah, if you'd like to talk to me more, I'd love to have one of those Zoom chats and go through what I could possibly do for your wedding. Remember to put date on there though. Okay, if I don't speak to you, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful wedding, and take care, keep safe in the meantime. Many thanks, bye.